has a much narrower field of view than this one does.
Yes, it does.
So
that one's not really as big.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I was lopsided.
Yes, I was. I was very lopsided.
Oh my God! Hello, we're live. Let me let the Discord know that we just. Live. All right, yeah. Hi, we're live. We're live. Hi there. So yeah, we got the 3D printer up and going. Stuff is printing. I'm on our second batch. How much time do we have left on that next batch?
Let's see. According to this, we have 1 hour 11 minutes.
An hour and 11 minutes. Well. So yeah, 3D printing, super exciting. I did the. Hey, Piggy. Dude, what model that is that? That's not the same tank you're working on before when I walked in H-Jones. So what is that, a Tamiya, or is that another one of that local company that you're working on? I mean, I'll go back and check out your stream. I just wanted to.
I love watching your streams, honestly.
Yeah.
Weatherbeck.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you were doing.
Hi, Dave. Yeah, I didn't get a notification that you had gone live.
Yeah.
Normally, I love watching you. I love watching Spud. I haven't been getting any of Kaiser's at Modeling for Advantage recently, and I try to drop in and watch everybody's as I can. Hi, Commodore. For those of you who watch me vibrate across the ground, I apologize. I downed this in about 15 minutes.
So,
and now
it is a Tamiya. Okay. And so the weights are just sliding around the bottom. That's hilarious. All right. So I did some 3D printing today. And I got, if you don't have miscaster, if you have a 3D printer and you don't have Miscast Terrain's Greebles pack, go to his website, give him $10 and buy the Greebles pack. I was
so excited about the Greebles. Oh my gosh.
I just printed a couple of these things. Where'd that computer monitor go?
I don't know. It's over there with you.
Right here. Dude, check out this monitor. This thing is so cool. I mean, these are just a bunch of really cool little Greebles. They printed out super easy. They came out super awesome. Nice little hatch. These are some nice, clean little pieces that are going great on some terrain. I got a bunch of terrain builds coming up. Bunch.
Hello and welcome, Hot Dinner Plates.
Yeah, I mean, welcome. I mean, seriously, this thing, if you have a 3D printer and you have not gone and got Miscast Terrain's Greeble kit, go get it. It's a massive pack. There's like 70 or 80 items in it.
Yes, he does.
Oh, dude, you don't understand. Okay, so that's just the Greebles.
He's been on the computer for the last 4 hours, just going through
and building print plates. What's up, bitch? He's my bitch. All right.
Sorry, you guys are gonna probably. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll be talking about 3D printing. Come on, you're honk. All right.
You never do that live.
So, okay, I had some extra orc bits.
Yes.
And I printed a pair of orc legs. I found.
Well, so many discontinued files.
Well, and that's fine. I took a look at the janitors. I don't like the janitors. They come with bolters, so I'm guessing that's the 30K version of the janitors because I want them with the spears.
Why can't I put them up and jury rig a spear on?
You gotta see them. You'll understand. But I printed a pair of legs just to get some bits, and I've got another orc boy just for nothing. And then I printed this guy out just to see how he looked. I found a file called Alfarius, and Alfarius. And look, I printed Alfarius. It's a pretty nice detail kit. I mean, it's very obviously not an official GW kit. So, I mean, I couldn't use these in a tournament or anything. But if I just want to try some painting techniques or just want to, throw a couple extra dudes on the ground with my other stuff, this is a pretty cool looking little fig. And yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. Like, I found a guy that I love. I love his models. I found one guy that I really, really love his models. and I found a bunch of his kits, and he breaks his models down into complete pieces, so you could actually print the specific bits you want and work with other stuff. There's a guy that I really, really like his stuff for, and it's not like I'm not getting regular hobby stuff to undo. I finished the Ludas. I haven't put them up on Instagram. I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to even photograph them yet. But those Ludas I was working on yesterday are all done. I finished them last night. I just did some extra stuff on them today. I actually want to see what you guys think. I tried to do a white hot plasma / heat glow on the front of his big zapper, and wanted to see what you guys thought of that. There we go. It's not focusing very well. But yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. I've just been fooling around with this thing. I've got some stuff going right now. I'm printing up some hammers and for some extra bits. I had some files that didn't work at all. I mean, it's a learning curve with this resin printer. You've got to be really dead on with your what do you call it? With your I forget what they're called, but the little pieces that they're basically like printer sprue, the little supports. That's it. I got to get my supports on. I tried a support thing and I didn't do it right, and so I ended up with because I built an entire plate. I did an entire plate, and part of my plate didn't print right. I have a orc pair of legs because I printed 2 pairs of orc legs because I had 2 orc bodies pairs. So we'll take the dog out. And the other pair of legs. Yeah, see, I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to just print
next week. So, guys, I just printed the entire GW catalog. That he's getting close to that.
No, I'm not. So here's the thing. I'm not just going to print full models. I mean, it's
all hail the plague child.
It's put the dog out. It's barking. It's as somebody who has created IP, somebody who has created
dibs on the overlords.
Yeah, people who's created stuff. I don't want to disrespect somebody else's IP and just print their stuff completely. It's kind of unethical. But for testing purposes, printing a couple of these up, printing lots of greebles, printing bits to go on existing models, like so I can use lots of my bits that I'm missing key pieces to. I can print the replacement pieces and fit them in there. Printing different heads, printing specific shoulder pads that are unique, printing unique helmets because I want like my Marines to look different, that kind of stuff I don't have a problem with. If somebody was to show up with an entire printed army, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I don't. But on the other hand, I see so many uses, and I'm so excited about this thing because there's so many cool things you can do with it. And there's some models that I can't afford, but I want to be able to test out and play with. And some of them are just alternate models. I will tell you right now, in building orcs, all fucking bets are off because I can build anything I want and build all the bits to go on whatever I want.
Kind of weird what is he? He's a Stormcast. Hunter. I don't remember exactly what they're called.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I've got entire files and files and files of bits, like specialty hammers, specialty backpacks, specialty shoulder plates, extra fur bits, extra chains, extra Nurgle bells for my Plague Marines. There's all kinds of just great bits. And being able to print up, and again, being able to print greebles for terrain, the more detail you can put on terrain, Miscast Terrain talked about this, and he made this point, and he's absolutely right. And I'm seeing a bunch of other terrain guys that are realizing this now. The more visual interest in details you put on a piece of terrain, the less hardcore, you have to go on the paint job. You can go a lot more minimalist and spend less effort on the paint job when you just put more smaller details, which still looks really good. So
seems like a cop out to me, but that's
yeah. No, it's the thing is there's sometimes
just the way I do things.
Yeah, well, you're a psychopath.
By the way, I should point out that this cup was filled to here with amaretto, and then to here with 7-Up.
Yeah, it's also really good for testing models.
I refuse to be you.
That's
okay. It just means I could
and that's the thing. Orc
phone.
stuff it's going to be great for. Getting extra wolf greeble bits will be awesome. Getting specific looking pieces for wolves will be great. Making unique characters, it'll be awesome. Terrain. And there's so many options for this thing. Like I said, I got a piece printing right now that I'm going to be mixing in with some of my current pieces to build a custom wolf lord. Because I haven't built a wolf in a long time.
You've been focused on your orc boys.
But I've done so many orcs in the last month, 35 of them, as a matter of fact, plus 5 more that I did on the 1st of May to bring it to 40 orcs I've done in a month.
I have a permanent orc over here, and I can, and I will use it on you.
I make the orcs dance. I make the orcs happy dance. Deca.
Who wants to see a magic trick? I can make this brush. These brushes disappear.
She's got really deep nostrils. Yes, that is the other thing. I can print World War II stuff, so I can get into and Matchbox stuff. Oh my goodness. I can print guns out from like 40K kits, but I can change the scale so I can shrink them down.
I don't know. Don't do whatever again.
My little dance. He doesn't like my dance.
He's got the old man shuffle going on.
Yeah, I can build World War II vehicles, so I can actually do some of those things for Flames of War. I don't have to buy any models. I can just print my own. World War II. The other thing I can do is that I can take 40K weapons, shrink them down to print them at Matchbox car size and use them for bits on Gaslands. So I can also make bits for friends when they don't have bits.
I think I need to go change. I'm feeling very white trashy right now.
You are white trashy. It's awesome.
All right, I'm out. I'll be back.
Whatever. She's being all like this now. Passion fruit lime. I don't know if I like it, but I don't hate it. So, you got to dance when you're happy. And I got a lot done today. I mean, we got the printer set up. We got the filming for that done. I got another video filmed, and I got to get that in the can and get that out tomorrow. I started filming on a 3rd piece. I've got all this time in the world right now, so I'm getting lots of filming done. So we're going to see a lot more videos hopefully coming out. I got these greebles. I have a huge jug of resin, so I'm going to probably be printing a lot more greebles because I have a bunch of terrain. Like I said, I got a bunch of terrain I want to build. As soon as I'm done with my Orc Shanty Village, I want to get back to that Imperial Fortress I was building and finally build that freaking gate and get that one out. And then I've got some ideas for some I've actually got some fantasy terrain I want to do for you guys because I've been on a huge Skyrim kick lately and I want to get going. I have a D&D campaign that's set in a Skyrim-like setting, not their game world, but the setting of Skyrim. So it's Nordic low fantasy with stuff going on. So I want to I've got some ideas for building some Nordic themed longhouses and cottages and farms for scattered terrain and for filling up your board with stuff. and as well as Nordic tiles for doing Nordic dungeons. So I know I do focus mainly on the 40K stuff here. That's a big part of the channel, but that's not the only thing I do. So I'm going to be talking about some of the other stuff we got going on.
Okay, no, I don't feel so trashy.
You want to do fantasy zombies. That's the other thing. Like I said, there's so many fantasy options for this 3D printer.
How quickly does it print? It depends on how much and how big.
This tray, which had a couple failures on it, but it does it about 3 hours for what I'm printing, because I'm not printing anything big. I'm printing lots of little stuff. So it's basically the tallest figure determines on how long it takes to print for a 3D printer. And with me printing my tallest guys being about the size of a figure, it's about 3 hours. Like the piece I got right now, I think the tallest thing I have on that plate right now is a Thunderhammer. Well, 5 Thunderhammers, as a matter of fact.
I'm still working on just the shafts.
Yeah.
We don't know. We haven't tried to print 10 of them yet.
Isn't it 3 hours for 1 Marine, 3 hours for 10? Yeah, it's basically, it doesn't matter what I'll put on the plate. It matters on how deep the plate is. So I have the plate packed. I have like 17 items. A lot of them are small, but I have like 17 items on the plate right now. And it doesn't matter because it's a single exposure. It's like stop action photography. So it just exposure, and it builds up. So it all matters on how tall the items are. And because the hammers, I think, are the tallest thing on there, that's why it's going to take like 3 hours to do. You were going to say something?
Yes.
Say it now.
We have cups.
We have cups. We do.
We have water.
Painting cups. Talk to Zane. I am Zane about him. He has all the details. Show up in our Discord. He'll tell you about them. But we have painting cups. They're really nice.
Yes, and they say prime for licking on them. So, yay, more merch. Okay.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, I want to point out, I mean, they clean up really easily. And, I mean, those legs, those look like official GW legs. I mean, if you didn't really know any better, you'd be like, how come he's standing up straight and his butt isn't sticking out? That's about the only thing you notice on these.
The first thing I noticed.
You contribute. You do contribute, Zane. You are a useful part of society now.
Do not patronize.
I'm not.
Zane.
I'm not patronizing. Actually, I am patronizing him. I'm not being patronizing to him. We do patronizing. We are patrons to him. He's our patron. That's the way it works. We're not being patronizing. I'm saying he contributes.
Sarcastically.
No, he contributes. He's a useful, functioning member of society.
You're making fun of my Zane.
Your innuendo has reformed him.
My innuendo? No, I think he's rubbing off on me.
And yes, it is technically over 50% GW pieces. So, and that's my goal. Yes, Zane, you are. You're a functioning member of society.
Now hit the like button.
Oh, so yeah, I mean, yeah, we got fantasy stuff coming up. I mean, even that's the thing. The houses I'm going to build, you'd be able to use them if you were doing like Age of Sigmar fantasy battle, because they will be pretty cool. I mean, there's if you're familiar with Skyrim and the Hearthfire expansion, I'm doing one building based on the Dragonborn's house with the 2 porches on the side and a tower in the back.
Oh, okay. I was like taking a second.
They really don't, huh? Huh. You know, I will tell you, Z, I've been looking at the one limitation I have with my printer, the one honest limitation I have to my printer is that my print bed is the size of a cell phone. So I can't print anything that I can't fit onto one. I can't fit a layer of onto a cell phone. So, and I can rotate it and I can spin it upright so it's like pointing this way. But there are some things I simply could not print if I wanted to, even as far as say vehicles and crap go.
I supported Nine Worlds Viking building Kickstarter. I just have to download the files and find someone with a printer.
Oh man.
Bye.
Nine Worlds Viking building.
I don't know Nine Worlds Viking.
I'll have to take a look at those.
That reminds me.
Is that Kickstarter still up? Because
I need to get in touch with Adam.
Yeah, you need to get in touch with Adam. Yeah, see, I once I'm working again, there's a lot of Kickstarters and a lot of monthly subscriptions that I want to jump on.
Raging Heroes! Give me my Raging Hero stuff picking.
I suppose you put the effort. I mean, technically the rule is 50%, and I don't. Again, I'm still going to be buying miniatures in the future. I'm not going to use my printer as I don't need to buy miniatures anymore, because honestly, again, that's kind of crappy. But there are some stuff that I just, again, a lot of out of print stuff.
Will be printed in this household.
A lot of out of print stuff will be printed in this stuff. Like, you can't get Krieg anymore. And I may know somebody who wants some Krieg Imperial Guard, and I might have found a print file that has about 10 different poses of Krieg Imperial Guard. So you could build entire squads, and you could print them. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. And the big thing is for testing. I mean, here's the thing. I want to put stuff on all my Marines. And the Wolves are the only one you can do that with. You can buy a couple of boxes of their dudes, and you'll get a crap load of pieces. But even that, you get specific repeated ones. So I want to put, like, woven shoulder pads on people. And I want more hammers. They do not give you enough freaking hammers. And I think a lot of Marine units would have, if you go by the old days, a lot of Marine units had specialty helmets, like a lot of specialty helmets. And nowadays, the only guys that have a ton of specialty helmets are the freaking Ultramarines. Well,
Big Blue Boy Scouts. Oh, no.
Yeah. No, I found some really cool wolf helmets. I found some really cool wolf sculpts just for dudes with beards, which will be awesome for extra heads. Again, I found some beautiful female heads, so that when I eventually do my all-female Storm Riders Marines, I can put them in with female heads on 28mm Primaris bodies.
Did I ever tell you guys my idea for my female unit?
I don't know. Why don't you share? It's our show.
Well, I was curious if I actually told them.
Why don't you tell them now?
I've already said it.
Say it now.
Why are you being so mean?
Why are you being so weird?
Because I've had a lot of alcohol.
They can't answer you.
Anyway, so to the best of my knowledge, I am aware that where did that all come from? That came down over my hand. Hellchild, my brother. Have you seen the Nurgle Daemon Princess of Sexiness? No, I have not. I cannot put the word sexy and Nurgle in the same sentence. It doesn't really work for me.
I am immediately thinking of...
I saw that hentai.
No. I'm thinking of what's her name by the Pillar of Earth in World of Warcraft.
the princess. Yeah, I remember her. So anyway, so I had once decided that when I do my Marines, I want to do salamanders because I don't know why, they just resonate with me. Link me that pack, please.
Yeah.
I would like to see these.
Throw that in Discord.
Okay, anyway. So to the best of my knowledge, I have read that apparently, with the exception of the wolves and a few planets here and there, Marines are actually bat-born. That's why they're born with the implants, and unless they find somebody who's born normal that has the capacity to handle a gene seed, they don't normally take normal people. Marines are kind of cranked out a dime a dozen. They're no better than the weapons they carry, really, when you stop and think about that. And I found that really interesting. It's kind of sad because even though they're bat-born, they still have their own personalities. It's very interesting. Anyway, that being said, my idea is to do a group of salamanders that are all women because for whatever reason, the planet that was colonized and the salamanders were on, men have a hard time surviving. So when their men died, the women already had the technology, so they continued to use their genes to continue to produce the Marines. So you have an entire group of female Marines that are grown very specifically to hold Marine, the gene seeds and like that, and no one really knows until they take their helmets off.
Because that's a big bitch.
And then one of the other ideas that was toying around was calling them the Daughters of Aerith, who was a paramour of Vulcan. Zane, I do not want to hear you talking about heresy. I would like to point out that you are about to become a character in one of my comic that as soon as I figure out how to do the characters in the most simplistic of ways, it's going to be a 4-panel comic, and it's going to be great because it's going to be the adventures of Wolf Lord Dialthagar. Or actually, I think we called him Dragon for this one because I can't use Dialthagar. Dialthagar is technically used, even though he owns the rights to the name. And a succubus, who is the Yanari, named Shala, Lady Dragon, who were forced to work together by command of Lord Guilliman, because we have to learn. The whole first thing is Guilliman telling these wolves that they have been chosen for their loyalty, for their bravery, for their unshakable faith in the Empire, for them being able to overcome so many odds, and the fact that they're less likely to shoot these people in the face upon first contact. And they introduce them to the succubus, and they're just like, why is there an elf here? And she gets all upset, and she goes, I am Yanari, and their response is, what the fuck is a Yanari? So, and it's their adventures as they pick up other members, like they end up getting a Centurion, very specifically Centura Bear, that is going to be based on Freak. He's going to have a little bow tie. A White Scar, a group of other wolves that they're going to end up picking up, a commissar who's going to be, they call him the Commodore, but he's actually kind of the captain of the ship.
He's not a commissar. He is a rogue trader.
He's a rogue trader that we all call the Commodore. And he's kind of, it's like, technically it's his ship or something like that. Like he captains the ship and whatnot for us. We have decided we're going to throw a couple of rogue Necrons in there. Think of Clint Eastwood from the movie Gran Torino. He doesn't care. I hope the wolf says, do we get to kill shit or...
Both.
The answer is both.
We'll be killing lots of chaos because that is our goal. The whole comic is their adventures.
Fight against chaos and getting to know each other and the cultural differences. Up to and including teaching the elves what Taco Tuesday is. And then there are the orcs that stole noise marine technology that think that they decided that the Centurion is he's a big boss. He's a big bossa. He's big. Look at he's yellow. He hurt bad. So they end up joining with their little brats. I'm stealing your smash, Captain. Night night, kids. Good night, my darlings. And they're going to have a Inquisitor on board because apparently it is just customary for an Inquisitor or members of the Inquisition to go on shit like this. And somehow we ended up with the Inquisitor, who were fairly positive, used to be great, and then he had a mental breakdown. And if you've ever seen the anime Tenchi Muyo, oh god, Masashi, no. I can't remember her name. She's part of the Galactic Police. She's got has blonde hair, and she used to be like freaking amazing, and then she had a complete and utter mental breakdown, and now she's like a total ditz. And that's kind of how I view our insane. Naughty. It's not that kind of stream, buddy. So anyway, so yeah, it's like I've got like, yeah, it's them, you know, basically going around fighting chaos and picking up the most Mod Podge group that it's like, how did you, when did you, why are there, how did you, is that a Necron reading the Imperial Times? Yeah, he wants to keep up to date with what's going on.
He's a pacifist.
Far better than what the original line was going to be. The original line was he's been reprogrammed, and the thing just glaring at him. And there's a female one too that has toaster slits right here. So yes, there will be some AdMech members, you know, like everything you're supposed to have, except there's just something wrong with everybody, and it's going to be awesome. Like, I may have to include a guest appearance from the Eclipse Stalkers just so they can pick somebody up and chuck their ass into battle. And Hellchild, you can't tell me that doesn't work, because I've seen the figure that I would die to be able to paint, by the way. So that was the whole idea that we ended up having. I mean, it all started off as just a joke, which more or less Warhammer really is. It's a giant running tongue-in-cheek gag that's just gotten really sad. Like, really sad. So, hey, maybe we can put one of those giant centipede praying mantis thingies on the ship too.
Oh, from that short story, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Apparently, there's a short story out there. For those of you who are not interested, did not know, I have had a lot of sugar and alcohol, so I apologize massively right now if I'm annoying anybody. So, apologies. I'll shut up soon and go back to my painting. And in it, there was a planet that at some point in the Imperium's history, whoever was sent to scout the planet checked the wrong box. So they believed that the planet was made up of humans. Well, centuries later, a group shows up to try and
requisition materials.
Because these guys have just been they're running. It's like they've got the surplus of tanks and guns and cannons and all this stuff, and it's like, how the hell are these guys are running at 300% capacity? How is this even possible? They get down there and are immediately met by these like 12-foot multi-armed.
They're mantis. They're 12 feet long, hard carapace mantis centipede beings.
And as soon as they see this dude, they all immediately salute with each fucking arm. And the captain's just like, those are not humans. and looks down, and he's just like, it says they are humans here. These are not humans. Wow.
And the thing is, these aliens, because they have been fully indoctrinated, they worship the Emperor. They believe
all hail the Emperor.
They worship the Emperor. They believe in the Emperor, and because they don't sleep and they're 12 foot long and have like 40 arms, they've been running their factories for the last like 500 years, 6,000 years, whatever, nonstop. You're just cranking out. So they have all the surplus, and they've been waiting for someone to come and pick up their stuff because they want to help. Because they want to smash chaos.
And it's really cute because they get there and these guys are trying to wear armor.
They're trying to wear Imperial Guard armor, and the helmets don't really fit. And
it's just kind of,
and the chest plates are just kind of hung on. The person that wrote it did a really,
and it's like they've even got the guns and everything, and they're just like, Well, apparently at one point a group of Chaos Marines show up.
Well, that's the whole thing. About half. It's a short story, but after they realize what's going on, suddenly the entire planet is invaded. And the leader of the centipede dudes is like, does that mean I should enable our regiment? And he's like, you have a regiment? Founded with first orders? Certainly. And like 50,000 of these things, because they're the young that have just been in hibernation underground, come tearing out of the ground.
And they run in with the guns and then promptly drop the guns because they don't need the guns.
And the bolter fire from the Chaos Marines is bouncing off their carapace, and they just start tearing these Chaos Marines to bits.
And the rest of the Imperial guys are going,
okay.
And then they come back and they're like, threat neutralized, sir.
We're going to give these guys a passing grade and move on.
It was very nice. Okay, we'll take some of this. And it's just, and for whatever reason, I heard this short story. I thought these things were awesome, and I would love to put one of these terrifying things, because honestly, the idea of a 12-foot long centipede-like creature, I'll take it over a spider any day of the week, though. Actually, that's debatable. That is really debatable for me. So anyway, that's the idea of the comic that hopefully I'll get around to doing. And yeah. I'm sorry, I'm like yammering at everybody.
Yeah.
So I'll let him get back into talk about the 3D printer and all the funness he's having with that.
We decided that we got some 3D printing done.
And we have 31 minutes left until this batch is completed.
Yeah.
And he gets to go do the shake, 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 shake. You're trying to find a
base form? I got a base form.
Okay. I am 3 of 4 of my guys down for my Stormcast that I needed for my Armies on Parade. So I'm kind of happy about that. This was my leader. And yeah. What is everybody else up to tonight?
I mean, Mother Pig was painting orcs and...
Yes. Oh, speaking of Weather Pig, oh my gosh.
Where's the baking soda?
There was something I was going to say. He had said something towards the end of his thing, and I wanted to make it. Now, see, here's horrible, Weather Pig, is that we watch your stream together. I'm normally sitting next to him, and I'll talk at the screen as if you can hear me. Like, you'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, I'm talking. Don't worry, honey, you're fine. I like listening to your voice. You know, stuff like that. And it's just, and then I get annoyed because he will not type what I say at all. He will not do it. To any live stream we watch together, if I want to say anything, I have to go in the other room and get on my own computer so that I can talk to people. What a jerk.
That's me, big fat jerk.
Yep. My husband's a big fat jerk. Yeah, what the heck is touching my foot?
You just called me fat.
No, I said you were a jerk.
You said a big fat jerk.
Yeah.
You called me a big fat jerk. You said I'm fat.
No, you didn't. I called you a jerk.
You said it was a big fat jerk.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
You guys all saw it. She called me fat.
Here, take a fat cat.
I don't want that thing.
Take the fat cat. She's messing with my foot. It's like horribly sensitive. Do not put paint on my
It's
crap.
not paint. It's wet.
Leave my kitty alone. For those of you who have yet to meet, this giant ball of fluff is actually my youngest cat.
Oh my goodness.
Her name is Wasabi, and I am in her petting chair.
And she is very fluffy.
Oh my gosh.
She's a fluffy kitty.
And look at these paws. Look at these paws. She's got such huge paws.
Look at this belly.
And she likes her belly being rubbed. On her terms, of course. Yeah, she is a cat. Oof, good grief. I need to brush her. I have another cat that's actually twice her size. He doesn't like TV, so he doesn't come over here very often.
All right. Ready for priming.
She is looking at you like, Dad, are you forgetting something? You know, it has been very quiet in chat recently.
I checked it. It's up to date. They're all just being quiet.
Are you sure?
I just checked.
How do you check?
I do this.
Well, it froze once on us.
It's not frozen.
Are you sure? Oof, kitty, I love you. Test. Because somehow I cannot picture Zane. Yeah, I told you. Froze. Hold on, guys. For whatever reason. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, there's a. Holy crap. See ya. Bye. What's he gonna do? Wow, he can't do anything. What is in reference to? Good night, Commodore. Big toddy goth robot. Toddy goth robots. What?
What did you do? You clicked on the chat thing?
I clicked on that and I said remove. That was it. I just hit his message.
Well, and you froze up chat because of it.
He did not close up chat because of it. All right. Oh, there it goes. Oh, shit. He's still here. Okay, here we go.
Oh, for whatever reason, something froze up.
Yep, so give us a minute to catch up with chat, guys. All right, let's see. Heresy, I'm scared, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hold on. Go back up. You were like...
I just touched it.
Okay.
Shut up.
I don't understand what a big toddy goth robot or big titty goth robot. Titty?
Big titty goth robot, yeah.
Heresy. 500 to 6,000 years is a big gap. He's talking about your story. It was between 500 and 6,000 years.
Well, in the Empire, you never know.
So how is it not having to buy official Brad Dragon? Never bought him to begin with. Weather Pig Hot. Let's see. Matte coated by German anti-tankers, Cinedave says. No. I've been messaging. I'm working on Logan and Ragnar and Mr. Pelt. Is what Meeks has been working on. I think I saw your pictures of those, Meek. Meeks, you put those in. Sorry, cat hair all over me. I saw the Ragnar pictures actually over in our Discord. They are looking amazing.
Yes.
So there you go. Zane, I will put your ass in timeout.
Don't make the lady angry.
I've had a lot of alcohol already today. I'm celebrating Beltane a day late. Dang it. So, and no, I haven't. So, yes.
Work.
Do you want to bet? Let's play a game of Kill the Cockroach. Excuse me just for a moment, please. And being challenged.
No, we're not going to bother. We're just going to go on. We'll do the worst. We're going to do the worst thing you can do to Zane.
We're going to ignore him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that idea. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I have a few things I need to go to.
Okay. I got to quick throw this orc on a washer so I can prime him.
And this has got about 23 minutes to go.
All right. So we've got a printer that's going to be hot as soon as I'm planning on sticking around long enough to pull that print off the printer and show you guys this coolness that is a 3D printer. But in the meantime, la la la. I gotta get this new orc boy prepped for priming. I don't even know. Actually, I know I'm going to paint this Space Marine, this Chaos Marines, because I do the Crimson. What do they call them? The Crimson Raiders. They're pirates. They're basically space pirates. I'm going to print them. I'm going to paint them as a space pirate. I dig these guys. They're cool. But yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of this stuff I want to do. When I get the OBS working the way I want it to work, I actually want to do a tutorial, or at least show you guys how I put together a plate of stuff to print, so that when I do terrain, I can show you guys the little giblets that I print out, little greebles. Crimson Raiders Borderlands 2. I actually don't know that because I don't play that game, but I'm trying to think. There's a group of red, basically they're red pirates, Red Corsairs. Duh, that's their name, the Red Corsairs. There's a group of guys called the Red Corsairs, and that's the Chaos Marines I do. They're basically red and a little bit of gold. I haven't played Borderlands 2. I haven't played Borderlands 1. I don't play a lot of video games. I mean, really don't. I don't play a lot of video games. It's just not my thing. I like Skyrim. I like Blood Bowl and Blood Bowl 2. I like Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. I'm trying to think of the newest video game I own. And that's the thing. Video games are a time sink. And when I have dudes to paint, I don't have time. I don't have time to play video games. So, yeah, I don't know if I saw earlier how much you guys thought of that plasma glow I did on the front there. I'm really actually, I've been debating on a couple things with these Ludas. I'm going to end up, I've kind of been looking over the rules and how I want to run them. I'm going to be running my Ludas as a group of 8 Ludas with a plasma leader, what they call a spanner. So it'll be a 9-man squad running around in a truck, because for 1 CP, I get to re-roll how many attacks they take. Yeah, exactly, Weather Pig. I mean, that's the thing. I like video games, and if there's a video game I can play while I'm waiting for stuff to dry and I'm not in the middle of like 4 different projects, and sometimes I need a mental break. I mean, I've got so many terrain and build projects going on that sometimes I need a break, and so I'll log in and play Skyrim for like an hour or 2. Or start a new game. The reason I've been playing Skyrim lately, the only reason I've been playing Skyrim lately is to go around to different places in the game and get good screenshots of the terrain so that I can build things. I'm sorry that painting stresses you out, Zane. That is I can't imagine that because painting literally chills me out. And I get into a groove painting. Like the other night, you were trying to get a conversation with me about the paint cups. And I'm like, I'm busy. Can't do that right now because I was in the midst of painting these guys. And I stayed up till like 2 a.m. painting them so they were done. I sat down and painted 10 boys in like a 4 hour stint. I find painting really relaxing. And I'm trying to slow down and do higher detail paints because my old standard of, they're better than table ready, but they're not like, oh my God, they're okay. I'm trying to slow down and bring the quality up on my stuff. Which is why I'm really looking forward to bits because I can add some visual interest to some of these guys I'm building. And I don't even want to talk about building. Man, I sat down and built. Building is even less stressful. I sat down and built this entire box in like a day. It was ridiculous. I love building. I mean, if I could do nothing but build and just if they came out like mostly done, so I didn't have to even paint them, I'd be ready to go with them. That'd be even sillier. But I love building. I mean, I'm working on this guy right now. This is my custom. It's a custom built for me. It's a knob with a WOG banner. Yeah. Building is also relief for me. I mean, it lets me just kind of zoom in and get stuff done. Let me try new techniques and try building stuff. And assembly line building is really, really good. Yeah, I can paint anytime. I just got to be in the right mode. And when I do, I just kind of go. And I got to say, I love traditional painting methods. My man, Jam Jar, good to see you, man. Hey, you just came in. Wanted to show you, man. I was talking about them the other night. I finished those Ludas. They are all set. That first squad of Ludas is done. Man, I got I got an entire box of orcs that I got to get going on because I got to get these guys done. I want to get this army up and going. I actually need to get some more boys. I don't think I have enough boys. I've got 30 boys right now, and I think I need another 30. I think I need another 30 boys to do it right, so I can do 4 blobs of 15, and then I have 2 blobs of 20 Gretchen that I'm gonna use to protect my my Ludas. That's at least the goal right now. And then I might go with another. I have some stupid ideas for what I want to do with my army. It all depends on points. I haven't really worked out the points, so I'm just buying boxes as I can and building them. These guys are going to be next to building paint after I get through this box some more. And I'm just going to build another 4 Ludas to go with this Luda squad. And then the guy that's left over, I'm going to probably build him as a burner boy so that I have a squad of burner boys as well. I realized if I had thought about it earlier, I wouldn't have built him as a boy. I would have built him as another burner boy, but it was just a test model for the 3D printer. So, because I want to get some shooters, but I'm going to do them as evil sons. I want to do, I want to do 60 boys with a war boss and a weird boy, and that's going to be my weird boys that come along with my all I'm going to have with them. Just just a whole bunch of guns. Oh, and a couple of battle wagons to cart them all over the place, just running around shooting. Just I just have this mental image of this truck covered in guns and people sticking out of it with guns and just blazing around the board, just guns everywhere out of the thing. Just ridiculous. You know, and that's the funny thing. That's what I love about the orcs. They're just ridiculous fun. They're very American. We bring our guns, and our guns are our fun. You know. But I've got all the bases for those guys done, and I'm about 70% of the way through all my Mech Boy terrain, so I'm almost ready to start working on the board, because the next spot I'm going to do is I'm doing a board. Very cool, Jam Jar. That is awesome. That is so awesome to see, man. And as long as you're enjoying it, that's the most important part. He's doing one video a day every day. He's already done 30. He's got another 20 days. He's adding on to it, so he can do 50 days. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear, man. That is so awesome to hear. I try and get by those. I don't get by every day, unfortunately. I haven't been watching as much YouTube lately. You'd think with me not working right now, I'd have more time for YouTube. And instead, I'm spending all my time building and painting and building and painting and building and painting and building and painting and shaving her head. I gave her a nice mohawk.
I am a sexy Viking chick now. If you ignore the giant thing of silver hair. Those are your vehicles.
Yeah, it's what's left of them. I got still some bikes. No, that's the thing. I throw on Pandora.
He doesn't watch videos. I
watch videos late at night, so that's why I don't watch a lot of live streams unless she's like, we should watch this live stream. Oh, we should watch this live stream. I normally don't even watch a lot of live streams unless I plan for it. I literally I throw on Pandora. I throw on my Helvigen, either my Helvigen or my 80s goth rock channel, and just kind of crank.
Helvigen's kind of my thing.
Helvigen's awesome. It's not your thing. It's our thing. I'm the one who introduced you to
I listen to it more than you do.
Not really. Not really.
You don't know what I do in the bedroom when you're not home.
I know.
Ooh, that didn't sound right.
I was gonna say, one, maybe I don't, but two, I've been home a lot lately. Context.
But yeah, no, I like listening to podcasts like with the text-to-speech guys. I love listening to his podcasts and stuff like that because I find them amusing.
I'm still trying to get through this orc terrain. I'm in a good place with it. I just haven't had time to build this stuff.
Hey, Jam Jar. Have a good day at work. I'm just giggling over Zane's comment. I'm choosing to ignore it.
I'm ignoring Zane's comment because we're ignoring Zane. You're not giving him that sort of power.
You were talking to him earlier.
No. Talking to Jam Jar.
Oh,
Whatever.
Okay, back to what I was doing. What are you doing?
Looking at your stand.
I don't really like that one very much. I don't know what it is.
It's just very plain.
Yes. I think I'm missing.
Put some more color in it.
I don't want to put more color in it.
You know who... ADD, right? Dude. Are you smoking the devil's lettuce? Because you're not making much sense right now.
He's inferring that I'm having an affair with somebody.
Oh. Ha! Likely not.
Yeah, his name's Bob.
Can you put that back in?
No. Because you want us to. No.
You know what? I need to find that model of the
black wash has been shipped.
Oh yes, my Vallejo Black Wash is coming. After we managed to get our hands on some Nuln Oil, I'm finally getting some Vallejo Black Wash. Except I'm getting the Vallejo Black Wash in a jar like this sized, like the God jar of black of bingo.
He was making fun when I said my boyfriend's name is Bob. Because he knows what it means.
Excellent.
I'm a little disturbed that you know what that acronym is.
Well, of course he does.
He's probably got one.
I could say something so mean and I won't. Because I like you, Zane, and I don't want to be mean to you.
Especially when we're live.
You bring out the mean in me, man.
No, that's just you naturally, my love.
Oh, my nose itches. How much time I got left on my printer?
You have 7 minutes.
7 minutes, guys. In 7 minutes, we're going to open it up. We're going to pull it out, see what's on the tray.
I'm going to sit over here and paint.
I need to prime these guys. I need to put a wash in him. I don't even know what I'm going to do for their bases. This is the worst thing about it. Because I had to kind of stick them on a base.
Sand. Ever traditional.
I guess. I got that really fine sand, that super fine aggregate sand from I got from Noah.
Yeah.
I have a friend that works for a concrete company, so he can get me like sand that's like 10 times finer than regular sand. It's almost powder, and I want to use that. I think I'll use, you know what? I think I'll use that for their bases. That'll be nice.
Okay, seriously, when you close these, honey, I need you to close them a little bit tighter.
Well, that's why I've been cleaning them up, because some of them just got gunk in there.
Don't let you.
And they don't let you. Which is why everybody hates GW bottle design.
Oh yeah, and the thing that keeps them open. It's this stupid little thingy. Oh, I know what's for. It's to when you pull it back, it keeps it from going back forward, so you can keep it open. Yeah. Well, the problem is it's difficult to get back. It's annoying. So you like have to maneuver it. It's so stupid.
It's a bad design.
Okay, you know what? I'm getting freaking black all over my fingers. On yourself. Getting that all over me. I haven't watched. Okay, that's great.
We're live.
I know. We don't need to know that. It has nothing to do with these. Ooh, hey, the thing. I need that.
Really?
Yeah, I use it for brushing on my backs. I mean, slight drunkenness has me organizing pots of paint.
We are looking.
Yes, I didn't feel like looking like white trash.
We're looking to come up with a better paint system.
I mean, it's not bad. I'm just get your act together, chat. No one's really talking. There are 6 people in chat, 7 people in chat, and nobody is talking to us. I'm starting to feel very unloved. I didn't know you all didn't like me anymore. Maybe. I think they like you more than they like me. Ooh,
oh, that's why it's stuck underneath.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find that. There we go. Close up.
Okay. You're gonna have to do this thing. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you for announcing that while we were on live stream. Sorry.
Yeah, you know, GW's paint bottle design leaves much to be desired.
Why did I pull David Hideout?
Why did I?
No, why did I? Or were you using it?
I was not.
Anyway, so yes, I am. Everybody goes back in the box.
It was back in the box.
fine.
Hey, well, grab me a 1-inch washer.
Washers are down there. 1 inch.
That's
No.
7/8. Well, 1 inch.
Those are 1 1/4 inch. Big. There they are. 1 inches. There's 3 of them.
I just want one.
And we have to mix them with a little cash.
No.
Buy some more.
No, I bought a bunch of 7/8 instead.
Oh, okay.
Universals. Do-do-do.
Here's the lady on
Just stop. The child is here, yes, because I can't get rid of her. I've tried.
Well, you got rid of.
I got rid of one. I can't seem to get rid of the second one.
And you need to get rid of the third.
No, I don't mind getting rid of her. You're the one who's still in here. I need your bedroom. Get out.
There you
Still
go.
a minor. You still have a year or 2 with me.
I'm making another FBI agent to help arrest me. Zane, I really wonder about you sometimes. I really do.
It stopped. Makes my head not hurt. So, yes. So we are working on my little guys here, which I'm not really going to bring close because I'm still working on them.
There's Stormcast.
My Stormcast. And I found something very cool in their armor, which probably shouldn't be there, but I thought it was nifty. The fact that I know it's not supposed to be, sorry, painting at the same time.
They have highly detailed abdominal muscles like the old Greek and Spartan armor used to. Instead, she decided it's not armor, it's their actual abs.
These guys are supposed to be the pinnacle of human perfection and have been resurrected from the dead, given life once more by Sigmar to be able to continue to fight against the forces of death and chaos. It's just like playing the game Rift by Tryon. Which, by the way, is a really, actually kind of a fun game. It's got its pros and cons. I love it.
I don't even know if it's live anymore.
It is. It is still live, I believe, last time I checked.
Abs, what are those? Those are things that hide underneath my belly fat.
Didn't you tell? He's got a 12-pack.
My Corona is empty.
My amaretto is not. So anyway, game review time. There's a MMO RPG by the name of Rift that is run by a game called Tryon. And I don't believe it's run by Tryon anymore because Tryon actually got bought out by another company.
Yeah, it's like a 10-year-old game. Maybe 15.
No, it came out shortly before you and I got together. It really did. It came out shortly before you and I got together.
Okay, so it's an 8-year-old game.
I want to say probably 8 or 9.
So nearly 10.
Yeah, thereabouts.
So 10-year-old game.
That's free to play and not a pay to win. It's actually kind of nice. They were very, very insistent on it not being a pay to win. You can purchase cosmetic armor. You cannot purchase good armor unless you are of the appropriate bracket and meet its requisites. It is
done.
All right. I think this is his way of making me
No, I'm just excited.
He also doesn't understand why I still talk about this 10-year-old game. Like I said, it's got its pros and cons. I like it. I mean, got a level of customability to the characters. There are 6 races, and that's it. 2 factions, which really don't make much of a difference unless you want to, depending on which major city you want to use.
Wow.
The amount of
Bitch.
that axe did not come out very well.
No, the axe came out fine.
What else? What's wrong?
Where's all the hammers from that side of the... Literally, none of the hammers came out. God damn.
I've gotten some of them back, yes.
Wow.
I mean, would you like to see them? I'm very proud of how this guy turned out. It's trying to focus on D, not me. Okay, this is really bad. Hold on a second, folks. Resin printers take a lot of tweaking, Zane says.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see my. Here he goes.
Oh, I need to get close on. Oh my god, I got goo on my hands. Fuck.
So, this is one of my guys. So, that's one. Here is another one. You do realize how bad resin burns are, right?
Cool.
Zane's asking.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
There we go. There she is. I would wash that off first. So here's my second person. And person number 3. It's my leader. I was screwing up on her face something hardcore. So I decided she's a Viking type and she's wearing woad. And I love the little, you can kind of see him. There he is. Ah, come on. Focus. Focus. Oh, there it goes. Aha, and my orc head. So yeah, that's what I'm doing so far for that. Oh, Zane says wash it off as soon as possible because he saw pictures of a dude who spilled some and then waited.
I already wiped it off with alcohol. I got it off my hands right away. I got alcohol right here, but I wiped it off.
Okay, he just cleaned up using the isotropic alcohol. So, and thank you, Zane. Thank you for letting me know about that way. Letting me know about that. That way I can keep on top of him because he tends to let stuff go. Because I guess we're looking at 3rd-degree chemical burn, so don't really touch that thing. Ever. No, please don't. I am okay. As I've said before, I factor major surgery roughly every 2 years. I'm currently overdue for one, which was supposed to be back surgery. Can we keep it that way? Zane, if you send me those pictures, I will never send you another picture of my kitty ever again. Or feet. And I won't send you the project I'm working on for you. I mean it. I'm a mom, dude. I have 2 teenagers and an infant man-child. And then there's my husband. Here, don't mess with mama. I'll kick your ass. All right, so, but yeah. I've only got 4 more of these guys done, and then the Stormcast for my Armies on Parade are complete. Then I've got about 23 more Night Haunt for now. I may pick up some more of the base stuff. To, you know, build up the army a little bit more. Because there's supposed to be like this invading force in. And then the last of my Cornates, which I'm a, hi baby. Sorry, one of my other cats came in here. Hi, sweetheart. Yes. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. So this is Mittens. She hates being picked up if you can't tell. And if you can see her paw, that's why we call her Mittens. She's Murder-de Mittens. Hey, kitten, go on. And her boyfriend came running, which is our
dog. Move.
So, yes. I have not yet downloaded Idea Maker, Zane. I will be getting to that soon. That way, I can probably start looking at maybe turning some of my drawings into 3D files and stuff like that for people. So if they wanted me to try and create a custom character like how my brother Hellchild here has been having me do with his Eclipse Stalkers. Hello! Like, hello, my brother. How fare you this evening? I gotta mess with it, dude. I don't know how to. There's another 3D model maker. It's called Blender that I'm aware of. If somebody has suggestions for a 3D modeling program that you can use from a 2D program, I would be wonderfully indebted to somebody who could help me find one that isn't too terribly. Yes, it is very hard, actually, Zane. We are not too bad. Your brother got his 3D printer up and running.
Is that Al?
Yes. Yes, it is your brother. And is currently going through, we're doing test batches right now, and so far they've been kind of a 50-50. Each batch has been a 50-50. So that's what this has been all about. He's been very much having great time with it. One of the things he was printing were Greeble bits. If you can, I'm going to hold this up and see if you can see it. It's pretty cool. Like he's got a hatch. It's kind of, yeah. You know, little pieces here and there. And where did he go? Ah, here he is. And this was one of our other test pieces. It's a Chaos Marine. So, yay. All made out of resin. Again, like I said, these are all just kind of test pieces as we're trying to figure out, tweak, and fine-tune the machine itself up and running. We have mini files, including some that are from Squidmar, which if you happen to get a chance to see this, one, I am absolutely thrilled that you stopped by. You're one of my favorite channels to watch. I love your painting techniques. And two, he has these great busts that I am so looking forward to being able to print and mess around with. Adrian showed me one of them. It was this barbarian-like woman from basically about her hips up, and it's really freaking beautiful.
But it prints in about 15 pieces.
Yeah.
To get it to come out right.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because in all honesty, I think it's better for the larger stuff to be printed in multiple pieces for assembly. Then you can more or less get a higher chance of it coming out, the details coming out correctly, in my opinion, instead of trying to do, you know, a large chunk of it at once. 3D modeling is worse than you remember. I learned how to use Blender many years ago, taking some 3D tutorials that a friend of mine sent me. Was running his own indie computer game company, and I was helping him design the characters for this game. Oh, the legs. Yeah. But right now he's, oh, the burns. Yeah, no, Zane, no. Seriously, no. I will make the Inquisitor in my comic deaf and dumb. Apparently the last thing didn't work very well. So a little.
Woven Jetpack came out.
Can I touch that?
Yeah. It's fully rinsed with alcohol now.
All right, so we have a. Oh, this is really cool. So we got a woven jump pack. Can't really see it very well, unfortunately. It's got a wolf head on it. This has already been rinsed, so at this point we're just waiting to
We're gonna put them in the.
we're gonna put them in our UV thing.
And then I got just a Space Marine torso.
All right, so and then here we have Space Marine's torso, because you can never have enough of those, can you?
And then this just a Space Wolf shoulder pad.
And then just a Space Corgi's shoulder pad. Yay. As he's handing these to me, I'm putting them in the UV thing. What the heck?
It's a head.
That's a very small head.
No. That's not big a head.
All right, so I doubt you guys can really see this, but I have a short-haired, bearded man's head in my hand, and it's very tiny. But it's very cool, actually. Strong jaw, not like normal, Marines where they have the big buggy eyes and gigantic cheeks. It's actually very cool looking.
And then just a plain shoulder plate. I'm going to show this off.
All right.
So shoulder plate. And the first attempt at printing your axe.
All right, so here we have the first attempt of printing the war axe that I created for the for the Eclipse Stalkers. You can kind of see the runes on one side of it. So, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and the rest of the print didn't come out. There's a bunch of pieces that just did not come out.
I really should give Heinrich the updated where the runes actually make sense on it. So, do you want to keep this thing or toss it?
I'm not to use it. I don't care.
So, stick it in here?
Yeah. And I was printing. There's a 90 on the top. I was printing a pair of legs, and then one of my supports went wacky.
It's the one-legged man. Wow.
That totally did not work.
Is it bad that I'm picturing this dude hobbling after a cyber wolf that's got his leg in his mouth? I'm sticking it in just because I like it and it amuses me to no end. That's a good piece for terrain. That's a poor misfortunate. And how in the world did we end up with 208 viewers? Hi, 217. Zane, what did you do?
What the heck did they do?
Sent a thing. A thing to who? What did you do? How did... Zane, I love you. What did you do?
Wait, what?
Hi, for all of the people that are currently watching this insanity that is going on. Welcome to the Gamecraft Dragon. My name is Lady D. I am co-host for the Gamecraft Dragon, which is the Big D.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, he's right here. This is kind of scary. Never really had this happen before. Currently, we are talking about our brand new 3D printer that we procured, and
Elegoo Mars.
And that we're currently running some test pieces on at the moment to see, how to, do it. As it is a learning curve for us, we are still trying to see what we do. And yes, hi. Okay. So anyway, for those of you who do not know, we had the Zane, I will put your butt in timeout. Do not even think I will not. Anyway, here at the Gamecraft Dragon, we are dedicated to cheap crafting of terrain for gaming, be it Warhammer 40k, Wargaming, or Dungeons and Dragons, or anything else. And we paint minis here also. Mostly he does. I just kind of, there goes Zane. I just kind of hang out and paint minis and work on my own stuff. So, yeah, who are all these people? Give me a second. Just going on. Yeah, this is very interesting. Who is watching? How do I? Some things. I have no idea. I guess it's no big deal.
I'll probably see that.
That's a lot of people. So, yes. If anybody has any questions, please, by all means, go ahead and give us a call. Big D is currently cleaning up, as you should always do after you finish every project. Clean up.
Especially when it doesn't go right.
Yes, because you want a higher chance of it. You know, if you don't do that, then you run into a higher chance of it not working out the way you want it to. Okay. Ah, yep, that was the wrong button.
Can't check this.
So, yeah, okay. Okay. So what Zane is actually talking about is he happened to come across a picture of somebody who was working with the resin in a resin printer and spilled some of the resin on himself. He didn't think anything about it, so he didn't clean it off immediately. He waited for later. He finished what he was doing and went and did it later. But the next morning when he woke up, he had third-degree chemical burns all over his legs where it had said. Apparently because he thought it was an any cubic photon, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a plastic.
No, it's the same.
So, oh, now it's going back down. We were, and that whole is being said is the reason why we point this out is because Big D did accidentally get some on his hand. However, we have this wonderful thing of
denatured alcohol.
Denatured alcohol, which is basically rubbing alcohol, just lots.
No, actually, it's Everclear. It's basically drinking alcohol.
Except they added something in it so you can't drink it.
So you can't drink it.
So he used that to clean it off. So that should be good to go. If not, I guess we're going to the hospital in the morning, aren't we?
I'll be cleaning it off again once I get everything cleared off of me.
Mm-hmm. So yes. But that being said, always remember, when in this hobby, be safe, be smart.
Can you go
I
into that
think
box?
we are getting view botted, but I don't know, Zane, because I have no idea what that meant.
There? This box here.
Oh, okay.
And one of my wipes. They're
Good morning, Heinrich. Just chop off his hand, it's easier. No, I like this hands. So anyway, we are at the 1 hour 30-minute mark, and I just want to say, if you have been enjoying tonight's content, please hit that like button. If you are not subscribed, please give us a subscribe. Yes, G still got a little bit of resin on his hand.
And I cleaned it off immediately.
Yes, with using Everclear. I'm never going to not call it that. So, oh, and yes, for those of you who have not yet entered into the 500 giveaway, I'm going to once again do the promo shout out. Is that we have 2 promos that we are going to be giving away. You have 1 more week to get in on this before we announce the winner.
Can I enter?
No.
Damn, I'm a subscriber.
So we have, there is the pay it forward box, which is only being able to be paid out towards people who have, who are subscribed and have content channels like IDIC Beer, Midwinter Minis, Frost and Fist, TMP, Weather Pig, you know, all of my loves. So, and for that one, you have to leave a comment in the video. We will try and get a link somewhere in this before it's over, before the end of the night. Yeah, it was kind of fun watching the numbers go up and then drop back down. Oh, we're back down. Now we're back down to 15. Oh, we got 11 likes. Woo! 13. Okay, 2 more people left. So with the pay it forward box, it is a time-honored tradition that has been, well, it's turning into a time-honored tradition within the community, where what ends up happening is it was started by the miniatures paintbrush, Rob at TMP, where when he hit a milestone, he put together this box of things and made a drawing, and he gave it out. Well, the whole point of it is if you hit a milestone and you received that box, you in turn have to give it to someone else in the exact same way. I will smack you, Zane. Actually, you do qualify for the second drawing, my dear brother. I have no idea. I'm not entirely sure. We think you might have gotten bot, viewed, or whatever that means. I'm not entirely sure. We'll look it up later.
I don't know what it does.
Oh, Russians. I think. I'm sorry, I don't speak Russian, my dear. Could you translate to English? Ah, thank you so much. Sorry, I'm not very good at.
I just knew that one. I just knew that one of that. That's all.
I wish I knew how to pronounce that. It looks like it'd be really cool. But anyway, with the pay it forward box, so you would end up getting the you get this, and the box is typically built around the channel that receives it. This box was first with the miniature TMP, sent it forward to the Frost and Fist. Frost and Fist paid it forward to Nick at IDIC Beer, and then it was sent to us. Now, at hitting 500 subscribers, which was our milestone, we will be paying it forward. That's where the next part in this Al comes in. Just be patient. So there's that. If you are interested, you'll go to the 500 subs video, and you're going to make a comment. If you are part of the Pay It Forward, you need to leave a comment. Let us know you're part of the Pay It Forward, and what is it that your craft is. We have many people like Weather Pig. He does many models. Mini War Mutt, he does models, and has kind of gotten into this. You don't have to paint minis, you just have to craft. And that's what this is all about. So, with that being said, that's the Pay It Forward. Now, with the Pay It Forward, there are a couple of requirements once you receive it. One, you have to open it on camera. Two, once you receive it, you have to select your milestone, and once your milestone is hit, you will do the same thing. There's a card in there that we all sign, and the whole hope is to just kind of send it. Each channel will send it, and everybody signs, so you can see where it's been, where it's coming from, and it's just a really cool way to help get the community together, and help each other out. Because it doesn't matter if we make planes or tanks, or we do Riders of Rohan or Warhammer, or you're painting a bunch of super cute little mice that happen to be dressed like pirates. You know,
Where'd that idea come from?
Your cousin. So that's, how this works. We're in this together. The second drawing that we have is for the subscribers. You have to be a subscriber, but that's it. With this one, all you do is you're going to leave a comment again and just say, I want to be in the subscribers giveaway, which if you have a channel, you can do both. Oh. Ow. I'll ask for translations later. So with this, when you do the 500 subscriber giveaway, now here's the difference, is that you will do, just like before, you're going to leave a comment in the 500 subscribers video. You are going to state what your hobby is, if you have a faction that you fancy, if you're in a wargaming thing, Flames of War, whatever, or if you do, like my dear brother Al here, if you just do like models, what's your favorite kind? Do you have something that you like? Is there a specific thing you're looking for? And we will put a box together. Zane, rude. No. So that is how that one works. So as I said, you can, if you are a channel creator, you can actually enter into both. If you are just a subscriber, that is the only requirement to enter into the other one. That one you don't have to open on camera if you do not want to. We do not have any rules about that, because this is our personal thank you to you, our viewers, our subscribers, to thank you for sticking with us for as long as you have, for supporting us and this community. It means a whole lot to us. Also, I am going to also give a quick shout out to our patrons. We have a few of them, and each of them are near and dear to my heart. I would like to send a thank you to Inquisitor Zane, Heinrich Botha, and Joe Bookish. Bookish. I've had alcohol. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Now I've completely lost track of what I was doing.
Mini Warmutt.
Yes, Mini Warmutt.
The Commodore. And James Meeks.
Yes. Thank you, all of you, so much for your patronage. It means so very, very much to me. And actually, I think we're coming up on a quarterly drawing for our top level patrons anyway. So
no, we just did that a month ago.
Did we? I thought we were doing it every month.
No, it's every 3 months.
Oh, every 3 months. So yes, if you happen to be a top level patron, which is $10 a month, you are entered into a quarterly drawing every 3 months. We will do a drawing, and you can get some nifty Gamecraft Dragon swag that I have no idea what it is. I mean, last month when we did it,
personalize something.
well, the last time we did this, the Commodore was our only top level, our battle warlord, battle commander, warlord. That he won, and he ended up getting a box full of terrain pieces for a crystal board. It was very cool, and all of those were handcrafted, and there's a video about them right here on the Gamecraft Dragon channel. So there is that. What is what? I'm sorry, Alan. I hope I'm answering that correctly, Alan. What is that you were asking about? Okay.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you your host, the gracious world overlord of this channel, the Gamecraft Dragon. Oh my gosh, we just lost the camera.
There we go.
All right, we're back.
Howdy ho.
So now you guys don't have to listen to my.
Why does my bang look like something from an anime?
Because you are something from a anime.
No, I'm not.
So for those of you who are in the channel and are new, this is your host, your lord. Not really. This is the
Hi, I'm Big D. And yeah, we've got some pieces that are finally cooking off the, we cleaned them and they're coming out now. A lot of pieces didn't come out that build. I tried some different things that one.
There's a question about how to become a patron.
You go to patreon.com and look up Big D, the Gamecraft Dragon.
We do have 3 levels. There's a $1 level, which you can pledge $1 a month. That's fantastic. $3 a month gets you our war.
Okay, $1 a month makes you a battle brother. Gets you access to our Patreon. No, I mean gets access to our Discord.
Yes.
And when we're doing stuff, we're hanging out there. There is the $3 tier. Actually, it's the
$3 tier is where you
get access to the rest of Discord. The $1 tier gets you to the opening chamber of our Discord.
We have
a lot of extra stuff in there. If you take the $3 a month, you get the rest of all of the rest of our. And there's the $10. The $10 that
let Commodore deal with them.
Yeah, there's a $10 drawing which lets you get into the same thing.
Plus, you're entered into
every quarter. I give something away to one of them. I do a drawing with who it is, between stuff. A lot of it is either terrain that I've built, or swag that I've been given, or swag that we've gotten, that we've ordered, stuff like that.
Because we do have a merch channel on Teespring where you can get shirts, tank tops. Yeah, I'm so excited until it gets here. We have coffee mugs that say "Prime for Licking" on them.
So yeah, it's really awesome. But again, you just go to patreon.com and look up the Gamecraft Dragon, and you'll find it there. Or you can go out to the base channel here, the Gamecraft Dragon, and there's a link to it up top.
Yeah.
Right about here on the base of my channel. You'll find a link to my Patreon.
Is it really up there?
Yep, I got a link to the Patreon, a link to our, right about here. There's a link to our Patreon. There's a link to...
What?
What are they making sound over there?
That would have been a car outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because, people around here drive like idiots.
We have our Patreon. We have our Instagram, which I am Gamecraft Dragon. She's Lady Dragon
28 on
28
Instagram.
on
I
Instagram.
am the plague child.
We all paint and build and do all kinds of stuff. So talking about the Elegoo Mars, I like it. There is a learning curve with this, definitely. Things are, it's not just and go trying to build plates and well, Alan, here's the thing. My last name translates to dragon, which is why I am the Gamecraft Dragon. My real life last name translates to dragon. So
it's just our screen names are
based on my last name.
Yeah.
So
and
That's just a nickname I picked up
NYB,
from them.
thank you. Hello and welcome to the channel.
and so yeah, that's what we do. We talk Warhammer 40K, D&D, and other gaming, and talk about terrain and figures. So yeah, we just got the Elegoo Mars, and we're trying it out, and I'm building a smash captain, basically a flying, jumping, killing things dude. That shield is one of the things that didn't come out. I'm so upset.
Yep, you didn't get your shield.
Yeah. Yeah, the print.
Not yet. He might. He very much might.
I'll do it when I leave.
But the thing is, I like about this resin is that, I mean, this is, I got to do a little bit of cleanup on it. But even after just getting it printed and just building it, it's already, there's a nice skull, nice smooth skull in the back of it there. This will make a nice jump pack. And that's what I like about the Elegoo Mars. You'd be able to get small bits to go with my armies and build them. So I don't think I've seen the chat this back in a long time.
No, you missed it when we had over 300.
I saw that. Do I play Fortnite? I don't really play video games.
Unfortunately not.
Pretty much the only video game I play is either Skyrim or
Shadow Legends.
that's about it.
And Warlords is only because it's a board game that he likes that he can play on the computer.
Yeah.
Occasionally he'll play Blood Bowl on the computer.
Yeah.
I'm more of the big video game nerd.
Speaking of, how are you coming along in Jade Empire?
I'm working on it.
But yeah, I mean, the Elegoo Mars, it produces some pretty good quality. I mean, I printed out this guy, and he turned out pretty good.
I played on the hardest mode for a while.
And I printed an extra pair of legs. Give me 90 seconds again. And I got a set of work legs that I could put stuff in. So,
Hi. Hello, Christian Joyce. It is a pleasure to meet you as well. Welcome to the Gamecraft Dragon.
Yeah. So, as it is coming up on 10:30 Central, as coming 10:30 Central, and it's time for all good Midwestern boys to go to bed.
Who's a...
That'd be me. I gotta build another plate. I gotta build another plate to try and print overnight. And
Good Midwestern boy.
yeah.
Let's ask your brother about that.
Did you make that? Well, what I did was I found an STL and I printed it. This was, I printed the legs, but I had the other pieces myself for Warhammer 40K. So it's just, like I said, that's the big thing about having this Elegoo Mars. It lets me print out extra bits.
You are welcome to ask any questions. Just fair warning, we do have a moderator, and if they feel that you are being inappropriate, they will do something. We do not allow that here.
We are family friendly, even though we're not, made for
We're
kids.
not made for kids, but we are family friendly. We try to keep it at least on the PG-13 level.
We
Yeah.
do have people.
So please.
By all means,
Minors.
Christian, please go ahead. Yes, you're more than welcome to ask. Please, by all means. Just waiting for him to please.
Yeah. So.
Give Christian a moment.
I'm fine. I have a big problem with it. I just turned 50. So, how do y'all print it? Move your head. That black thing behind her, that is an Elegoo Mars.
That is a 3D printer that uses resin.
Uses liquid resin and UV pulse or whatever to print it. So,
to answer your question, Christian, I am 35 with 2 years of experience.
basically, you find STLs, or if you know how to sculpt 3D, if you know 3D modeling, you can use a 3D modeling program and sculpt your own models. Yep. Put them into what's called a slicer, and turn them into models and print them going.
Have a good night, Meeks.
Good night, Meeks.
Thanks so much for dropping by.
Appreciate you. All right, so it is. Says you.
My dear brother, perhaps you could tell us, what was Moses really like?
So that being said, it is 10:30. We've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. I just wanted to stop by and say hi to everybody. So we're going to sign off for the evening. Thank you all for coming by. If you're not a subscriber, please hit subscribe, ring that bell. We do try to do at least 2 regular videos a week, plus probably do 1 random live stream a week at a minimum. Again, I'm the Gamecraft Dragon. You can find me on Instagram. She's Lady Dragon 28, also on Instagram. Plague Child behind me on Instagram. The Plague Child. It is been a good night. So thank you so much. And
thank you for joining us.
Remember, epic your game.
Epic your life.
And epic your board. Game on, my friends.
Game on, everybody. Take care.